This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Halloween podcast. I am your host, Lyle Perez.
And I'm your co-host, Megan Cunningham. Hello, Lyle. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
I have missed you this last week.
I know.
You had a little bit of a hiatus, and I was left to my own devices.
Yes, you were. Normally, if you know, we do the Monday updates now. And this past week, we didn't have one. And there's a reason for it, because I had to leave town. And we knew I was leaving town. We just didn't know when. I didn't know when. We were actually supposed to leave Sunday, and we ended up leaving Saturday. So
yeah, so we didn't get a chance to pre-record anything.
Yeah, we had plans to do some certain things. I was going to teach Megan how to work StreamYard so she can record, but then I ended up leaving when we were going to. Yeah, it was just a whole ordeal. But we knew that was going to happen, and we knew it was going to be very unpredictable. So it happened. Hopefully, you guys are still with us. But we're releasing this episode so you guys can know that we still think about you and we still care about you.
Yeah, we're still here. We're sorry for the absence. And we had so much good stuff for the Monday update that I couldn't let it slide. So I put out an extremely rookie Facebook Live video with the Monday update. So apologies to our podcast listeners, because you wouldn't have been able to know that or see that unless you follow us on our socials. Yeah. So it's a really good reason to follow us on our socials in the future.
Yes.
But yes, you can still see that Facebook Live. It's up there for the Monday update.
Yeah.
Tons of Code Orange stuff.
Yeah. Facebook.com/The Halloween Podcast. Instagram.com/The Halloween Podcast. Make sure you give the page a like, because there's a lot of stuff that goes up there that just doesn't make the show. And, breaking news, Megan. Breaking news.
Did you get the cell?
I did.
Yes! Congratulations. For those of you who don't know, both Lyle and I have a thing. We look on Facebook Marketplace or eBay and look at things that we probably shouldn't spend money on.
Yeah.
And he has found a cracker today. Absolute cracker.
I did literally 10 minutes ago.
Tell him what you found, Lyle.
You remember that Fruity Pebbles Christmas commercial from the 90s that we all know and love? That one.
So good.
There was an animation cell that popped up of the Santa.
Amazing.
And
I love it.
Love it. Didn't even think if I paid too much, but for something like that, that's going to look great on my wall.
The emotions kicked in, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, I might put it over here. No, that's the brick. I might put it back there. So I might put it on that door right there. Who knows?
That would be good.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, congratulations.
Yes. People might be thinking
for another.
Yeah. People might be thinking where I am, where I was. So we made the decision. We're leaving Tennessee and we're heading to Oklahoma. So more close to the Oklahoma City, Norman area is where we're going. So if we got any listeners out there, reach out. Let me know. I'd love to get to know some of the listeners out there, and it'd be a good move, because I did notice that there is a huge Halloween presence in the area. There's they do a lot of conventions in the area. Texas isn't that far. Texas does a lot of conventions too that I might hit up in later times. But yeah, I think it'd be good for the podcast. A lot of things in Tulsa. So
Tulsa's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our Oklahoma fans, by the way. Been there before. It's a gorgeous state. Love Tulsa. Been there a couple of times.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah.
Yeah, so there's where I was.
No, I'm excited for you.
We're out there looking at houses and trying to figure out how we're going to do the move. The move probably won't happen for a year or two. But you never know. Something might happen and we might end up saying, you know what, we're out of here now. And if that's the case, podcast is going to be in Megan's hand for a little bit.
You'll be happy to know, folks, that I now have had a tutorial on how to use StreamYard. So we'll be able to make an actual podcast. Yes. The quality of that podcast, I cannot guarantee if I'm left to my own devices, but it will be there.
Yes. We'll have some shows and we'll try to record a bunch of stuff too. And have things in the can. So you guys won't really notice as the moves happen because it's not an easy thing. I have businesses that I need to liquidate and it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to have a lot of time on my hands. I'll tell you that much.
Yes. Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah. But if we stick to a schedule, like we kind of talked about it, me and Megan already. So we're kind of trying to get a little schedule together to where we can record some stuff.
We have a plan.
Yes. So we're not going to leave you guys high and dry anymore. The Halloween podcast is going to be here to stay.
Yay. So thank you for bearing with us, folks. And happy almost 4th of July. We're heading into 4th of July weekend.
We are.
Would love to know, does anyone have any spooky plans?
For the 4th? I don't know. Summerween? That should be like the Super Bowl of Summerween right there is the 4th.
It should be, right?
Yeah. Can you imagine
Absolutely.
like sending off some fireworks and then a big old pumpkin just into the sky with the firework?
It should be, because as we all know, the 4th of July is definitely that watershed holiday. After the 4th, it's open season for Halloween stuff. Stores will start bringing things out. It'll be all steam ahead to Halloween. So very excited about that.
Yes.
4th of July, aka Halloween Eve.
Huh. I didn't know that. I'm looking right now. Oh, no, they're just little poppers. I was like, I wonder if somebody has actually made one, like a chemist made a pumpkin firework. So I looked it up, but it looks like they're like poppers. They're orange poppers.
I wonder if
like
that's a Disney thing. Did Disney do some kind of Halloween fireworks display as part of their Halloween events? Let us know. Has anyone been? Tell us, folks.
I did go to Disneyland during October, and we did see the fireworks show, but I don't remember any Halloween related stuff. I do remember that the whole park was decorated in like that hotel. What's it called? The Haunted Hotel or the Haunted Mansion.
Oh yeah.
The Haunted Mansion. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff around, and there was a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff too.
They seem to go hard with the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff for Halloween, which is about time.
Yeah.
About time.
Yeah, but that was years ago. So who knows if they've updated their fireworks display since then.
Their offerings. Well, my sister and her family are going around the time of the Halloween festivities, so I will have to ask them to report back for me.
Nice. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, they're going to Disney World in Florida.
Nice.
All right. 4th of July, Halloween Eve. We have some fun stuff for you, folks.
Yes, we do. We got some pretty cool spooky facts for you for the 4th. And I think Megan's going to get us started.
I will. So, did you know that multiple presidents have died on the 4th of July?
Oh, really?
So, yeah, and there is a particularly interesting coincidence here. So, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, both signatories of the Declaration of Independence, died on the 4th of July, 1826. It was 50 years after the Declaration had been adopted. And 5 years later, James Monroe also died on July 4th, 1831. So basically, it's one of the strangest dates in presidential deaths.
Yeah.
Also, President Zachary Taylor, following the White House Independence Day festivities in 1850, became violently ill from a gastrointestinal illness. They think it might have been cholera. After consuming ice water and cherries, and he passed away 5 days later. So he didn't die on the 4th, but he died as a result of the 4th.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Cholera is no joke.
Oh no, definitely not. It used to be seriously dangerous to eat anything with ice. Even like street side ice creams and stuff back then. It was a real roll of the dice. You were playing with your life. Lots and lots of people got, fatally sick from eating roadside ice-based beverages or ice-based sweets and things back then.
Yeah, I mean, cholera it's still dangerous if not treated fairly quickly. I think you could die in like 24 hours or something like that if you get it. Which is
dehydration is the main risk with it. It's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a terrible way to go. Just in the bathroom, just going at it, and there you go.
It was how I always died on Oregon Trail every time.
That was dysentery.
Dysentery sometimes, dysentery.
Oh
my goodness.
I looked it up because I was kind of curious on what are the odds of that many presidents dying on the 4th. So there have been 45 individual U.S. presidents. 40 have already died. So 40 presidents have passed away. And it would be a 1 in 35 would be 0.27%. So the specific odds of it happening are 1 in 48.6 million. That more than one president will die on that day. And
that's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy that's the day. And more specifically, it could have happened any day. It could have happened on June 2nd. But it wasn't. It happened on July 4th, which is
on the 4th of July
recognized holiday. So then you got the holiday factor on top of that many presidents dying on that day or a result of that day. So yeah, it's just crazy.
No, it's a definite eerie coincidence, and it gets even crazier. So there's another layer to it. So John Adams reportedly died thinking that Thomas Jefferson was still alive. He didn't realize that he had passed. So Adams' final words are reported as having been Thomas Jefferson survives. But Jefferson had actually already died earlier that same day.
Wow.
Now, whether the quote is sort of exact or not, or it's been embellished, it's considered one of the eeriest deathbed moments in American history.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine that? It's a weird time to have lived back then because we didn't have the internet. But even then, this is going to sound really horrible, but if anything were to ever happen to Megan or me, I don't think the other one would know for a while. We would
probably not.
We'd be like, huh? It would have to be either Megan's husband or my wife would have to try to figure out a way to reach out to the other one and say, hey,
right? How do I get in touch with this person?
They passed away. Like, let the listeners know. But if I didn't teach Megan how to do that, there would be no podcast of like, hey guys, so the Halloween podcast is ending because Lyle passed away.
So. Or it's like, Lyle has disappeared for a month. He may be moving. He may be dead. I don't know.
We don't
waiting
know.
to hear from his wife.
Yeah, but it's just crazy to think that even with all this technology, we still have those moments to where if something happens, because we're not so close to each other, we're like far apart. So of course, if somebody that I knew personally passed away, you find out fairly quickly. But somebody that you don't really see all the time, like see them, you just see them on a screen or you talk to them on the internet. It's just a weird thing to think about.
Oh, for sure. We should definitely get a contingency plan in place. It's like, if I die.
if I pass, contact. Megan gets all of the listeners for the Halloween podcast.
I bequeath all of the listeners.
Almost sounds like a divorce. Oh, no. In a divorce, you get 50% of the listeners, Megan. Okay.
Oh dear. Well, they say divorce is like a death, so there you go.
Yeah.
All right, Lyle, hit me with a fact.
Let's see. Next fact we have: America technically voted for independence on July 2nd.
Today.
Continental Congress voted for independence on July 2nd, 1776. July 4 became the famous date because that is when Congress adapted the final wording of the Declaration of Independence.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you know, folks? Today is the day we should be celebrating.
Yes, today is. But we kind of know that. You have to pick a date. When some stream of events happen, it's really hard to tell exactly what day should be the day that you celebrate whatever happened. Because I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, wars end on certain days, but then they keep going because people just don't know. You can't get the word out to everybody fast enough. So they're all still battling, and the war is still technically going on in their minds, but it ended at one point. You got to figure out, when should we say it ended? When the fighting stopped, or when the signing was done on the treaty, or whatever.
That happened a lot throughout history, where the powers that were actually fighting were fighting in various colonial territories as well.
Yeah.
And they had signed some kind of a peace accord, but it took like months and months sometimes for the word to get from wherever they actually were based out to their colonial territories to be like, you can stop fighting for this thing that you don't even have any involvement in apart from we've invaded you.
Yeah, but that one was that fact was not necessarily spooky, but it was something that should be known about the 4th.
Yes, which leads us into our next fact, that the Declaration signing did not happen the way the paintings make it look.
Oh no!
So all the paintings sort of make it look like the Declaration was signed on the 4th, and although it was adopted on the 4th, as Lyle just said, most delegates didn't sign the big parchment copy on that day. They would have signed it on August 2nd, actually, which is a whole month later, nearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
All right, so getting into a little bit of spookiness now. Did you know that fireworks have supernatural roots? Fireworks trace back to China, where exploding bamboo and early firecrackers were believed to scare away evil spirits. So when fireworks explode over the sky on the 4th, they are carrying a tradition that began with fear, noise, and spirits.
Oh, I love that. That's cool. I did not know that. I knew that they originated in China, because obviously gunpowder.
Yeah.
But I had no idea that that's what their original purpose was, or what their original purpose was.
Ward off them evil spirits.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I have another historical fact for you. On July 4th, 1863, it was one of the darkest Independence Days in American history. The Battle of Gettysburg had ended on July 3rd, and Robert E. Lee's army began retreating on July 4th. That same day, Vicksburg surrendered to Ulysses S. Grant, giving the Union control of the Mississippi River and splitting the Confederacy in two. And I feel like we don't need to explain the death toll. I believe still more Americans died in the Civil War than any other war, but Gettysburg was the battle of the Civil War. Still considered a very, very, very haunted place, and Vicksburg as well.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. So much trauma and so much death. Literally left a stain. For months and months and months afterwards, people said the ground was literally red, stained from the amount of blood that was spilled on it. And unfortunately, there were so many bodies. And the weather was so hot, it was hard to get them all buried and get them all off the battlefield. So it was just really, really, really bad.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Gettysburg?
So not a good 4th of July. I have.
What'd you think?
Been to Gettysburg. I visited Gettysburg and Antietam on my way down to visit my sister in Nashville one time. It is just it's not a frightening place. It was just a very sad place for me.
Yeah.
Like, you just get this overwhelming feeling of just sadness.
Yeah.
And it definitely makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, just knowing where you're standing and what happened there.
Yeah.
And everything else like that. I won't necessarily go as far as saying I felt that I was being haunted standing there, because I don't know that that's necessarily the case.
Right.
But it was definitely an eerie feeling, unsettling feeling, but above all, just a feeling of immense sadness, standing there and knowing what had happened there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an odd place. Very odd. It's got like this weird feel to it, which I'm pretty sure if you're local, I mean, it's part of everyday living of what happened there. But yeah, I remember going many, many years ago. It was a lot of fun. I do want to go back at some point and re-see the spots that I remember seeing because I think I was probably 19, 18, 20, maybe somewhere around there when I went. But we ended up staying at the Farnsworth Inn, and we stayed in a supposedly haunted room.
Right?
So, yeah, it was fun. It was fun. We took ghost tours.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
The only other place that I felt kind of an eerie presence like that, or like not eerie, but just it wasn't usual, was we visited Little Bighorn once on one of our trips out west. And that was another place that, because of course people are buried there where they fell. That was another place where you just kind of like, okay, this actually happened and this is the history. Like, great day for the Lakota nations and things like that, but not such a great day for Custer and all his folks. But you do get that same sort of feeling anywhere, I feel like, if there's lots and lots of people buried in a particular area.
Right.
It just gives you pause, if nothing else, to think of the tenuousness of life in general and how spooky that is. I suppose that's why we all like ghost stories, isn't it? That must be like the underlying motivation. Because really, they just make you think of your own potential death. Yeah. And that's the scariest thing of all for most people. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
heading on to another battlefield.
Yes.
Keeping it on the theme of death and destruction.
Well, we do have Shiloh Park here that we went to a bunch of times.
That's right.
And there was a lot of Civil War stuff that happened there, and a lot of battles. I think the main difference between like Gettysburg and Shiloh for me is that Gettysburg, like, you can go and still see a lot of the like old buildings and stuff like right next to battlefields. In Shiloh, there really isn't any like buildings out there. If you go to the park, there's a couple buildings, but there's no town like to speak of. I haven't seen a town. I mostly see Amish when I'm out there. Did I ever tell you the story?
Right, okay.
Did I ever tell you a story that I saw a ghost out there?
In Shiloh?
So this was probably about, I don't know, 3 years ago now, and we were driving through Shiloh on the highway, and it was night. I don't remember what time it was, but it was dark already, and I was on the road, and out in the distance I saw like a glowing light, and I was like, oh, what's that? What is that? It was glowing, and it wasn't making any movements. It was kind of like staying steady and kind of like shifting back and forth a little bit. And then we got, I was like, oh, we're getting closer to it. We got close to it, and it was a Amish buggy with a candle on his back, so you know that he's there. He was riding on his buggy. And I looked over going, oh man, it's just
Lyle.
it's just an Amish guy just trying to get home with his candle lit buggy. Yeah, it was funny.
But it is like, obviously they do it for religious reasons and things, and fair play to them. But it is out of place in a modern context, which I feel like is one of the hallmarks of any ghost story, is something from the past sort of coming into our present day and going, wait a minute, that's not quite right.
Right.
And yes, I can see why that would have had that effect on you for sure.
Yeah, but it was just an Amish guy.
Oh, that's so funny. But some poor Amish guy just on his way home.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to scare anybody.
No, he's just hanging out, trying to get home before, he was already really dark when he was trying to get home, but yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's funny.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
All right. I think it's your turn, my turn. I don't know. I lost you.
Might be your turn.
All right. So, America's first birthday celebration was already full of explosions. In 1777, Philadelphia marked the first anniversary of independence with fireworks. From almost the beginning, America celebrated its birthday with smoke, fire, and explosions in the night, and we still do that to this day. I can't wait. I got a lot of fireworks ready to go.
Nice. We're gonna go see probably one of the local fireworks displays, because fireworks for your house are not a thing here. Well, they are a thing, but they're not supposed to be a thing here.
Nice. Yeah, I remember
in Massachusetts.
The best thing about the fireworks displays when we used to see them with the kids is not necessarily seeing the fireworks; it's looking at the faces of the kids as they're watching the fireworks.
For sure.
That's the best thing. Not the fireworks, but just watching them be in awe of all of these huge things happening in the sky. Yeah, you're gonna love that. Well, you probably already seen it.
This will be my son's first fireworks. I'm hoping he won't be scared. I'm hoping he'll be excited. So we'll see.
Well, just put mitts on. Put like something over his head.
Yeah, it's just not quite so loud.
Yeah, and that'll take care of it.
All right, on to another battlefield. So Vicksburg, which we mentioned, carried a bitter 4th of July memory for decades. So because Vicksburg surrendered on July 4th, 1863, local history says the city did not celebrate Independence Day for 81 years.
Well,
for much of America, July 4th meant freedom, but for Vicksburg, they considered it a defeat.
Oh.
And it was not something that they wanted to commemorate for 81 years.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
So what we think is a good day, they were like, nope, dark day for us.
Yeah, that's a kind of a downer there, Megan. Thanks.
Sorry. It's, hey, darkness and death and demise.
Yes.
All good 4th of July stuff.
Well, speaking of death, fireworks are still extremely dangerous. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission reported at least 15 firework-related deaths and an estimated 13,000 emergency rooms treatments, injuring let me say that again. An estimated 13,000 emergency rooms treated injuries in 2025. So there were 13,000 injuries, firework-related injuries in 2025.
And this is why they don't allow them in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
They still happen. People go to New Hampshire, they drive over the border, and they're like, I'm going to buy me some fireworks.
The crazy thing is, in Oklahoma, we drove by so many firework buildings, like actual like warehouses just full of fireworks. And I'm sitting there going, man, if a spark happens there, this whole town's going to explode.
Oh, my goodness. Especially with the heat the way it is, you would imagine... with the heat index being as high as it is this year, probably the danger of fire is really high. It's like when you drive by a campsite and you see the Smokey the Bear sign, the fire risk today is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's high across a lot of the country at the minute.
Yeah, crazy.
Why don't you follow us up with your next fact? Because I think it's apt.
All right. Next one.
Sparklers. Seems a shame to break them up.
Sparklers are not as harmless as they look, guys. The CPSC estimated about 1,300 emergency rooms treated injuries involving sparklers in 2025. So 1,300 injuries were just from sparklers, and they may look a little like a little handheld star, but believe me, they are a horror story waiting to happen.
Right, all those kids waving them around to other kids. It's like, please stop.
Yeah, I mean
they're hot. They're really hot.
They are. The heatness doesn't really last long, but I mean, if that gets into your eye, that can cause a little bit of a damage.
Blindness.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I know.
Let's not do that.
Mm-mm.
All right, so I have a rogue one here for you.
Okay, go ahead.
So while Americans celebrated the 4th of July in 1969, the infamous unidentified Zodiac killer struck, shooting a young couple. Only one victim survived, making it a dark day in the annals of American true crime.
Mm-hmm.
That was in your home state of California.
It was.
There's a little bit of dark.
The Zodiac killer. That was
history for you.
Wasn't that Ramirez, the Zodiac killer?
I don't know if they ever identified the Zodiac killer.
Or am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking about the Night Stalker.
Yeah, I don't think they ever identified the Zodiac killer, did they? What was his
name?
No, he's unidentified still to this day. But didn't one of our guests meet the Zodiac killer?
No, he didn't meet the Zodiac killer. He met I don't remember who it was, but I remember who you're talking about. That was my goodness, what was his name?
He was the author of that great Ouija book.
Yeah. Let me see. I can probably find it real quick.
We'll find it. So sorry.
Somebody will find it. Sorry.
It was a great episode and it was a great book, but I'm terrible with names.
I mean, when you do so many episodes, you can't remember all of them. And that was a while ago. It was about a year ago now.
It was, yeah. It was. It was almost exactly a year ago, actually.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
It was. That
was. Who finds it first?
Scott Wells.
Scott Wells, yes. We have to get him back on. He had some great other stories.
We do. I'll reach out to him and see if he wants to come back on.
Do you want to talk to us? Because he said he had a few other encounters with like serial killers and stuff like that. Unintentional.
Yeah.
But just happened to cross their paths. And so if you're a fan of true crime, we don't typically do true crime, but it was interesting.
Yeah, I think I did one true crime episode that ended up being the worst downloaded episode of the Halloween podcast.
No. All right, so Lyle, give us another non-true crime related 4th of July fact.
All right, so one president was born on the 4th, while 3 of them died on the 4th. Calvin Coolidge was born on July 4th, 1872. So the 4th of July has a strange presidential balance: 1 born and 3 deaths. That's weird.
Yeah, I feel like he won that roulette game.
Yeah. 4. So
better to be born than to die on it, for sure.
Yeah, 45 presidents. 4 of them had something to do with the 4th. That's crazy.
Right.
Well, all of them should really, because they're all the president of the United States, and that's when the.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But something personal, not necessarily a president.
Right?
Yeah.
I have a few others that Lyle's not aware of, so I'm just going to give you these quick facts here.
All right.
So, if anyone has ever heard of the Spirits of Independence Hall.
Ooh.
So, on July 4th, 1776, the Continental Congress adopted the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia. Today, the site is rumored to be extremely active and paranormal.
Wow.
So, the ghosts of Benjamin Franklin and Benedict Arnold are often seen. Benjamin Franklin is supposedly seen in the assembly room where the Constitution was drafted.
Yeah.
And his apparition is said to be accompanied by a sudden mist and a strong musty smell. And Benedict Arnold, which he would probably be horrified, by the way, because he was a jaunty sort of gentleman, and I don't think he would have appreciated being called musty. Benedict Arnold also says to appear. He was a notorious traitor. And supposedly he wanders the building, continuing to seek revenge for his expulsion from the country. So, of course, he spied for the other side and was made to leave. He was basically banished after the war and ended up in Canada, I do believe.
Yeah.
So we have the Portsmouth Harbor Lighthouse tragedy in Newcastle, New Hampshire. That's closer to me here. So it refers to a devastating accidental gunpowder explosion at the adjacent Fort Constitution on July 4th, 1809.
Wow.
So gunpowder exploded nearby and killed 10 people. And according to local lore, some of the victims' bodies were blown over to the lighthouse, where their disembodied voices, shadow figures, and full-bodied apparitions are still said to linger.
Yeah.
And Fort Ticonderoga, New York. This historic fort on Lake Champlain has a history of military conflicts, disease, and death spanning the French and Indian War and the American Revolution. So shortly after the July 4th Declaration, the news of America's independence was first read to struggling Continental troops here. There is a phantom regiment, and during historical reenactments, visitors have reported seeing a company of soldiers dressed in 18th century gray uniforms who emerge from the woods unexpectedly, fire a volley of muskets, and then vanish into thin air.
Right.
There are also sort of staff and visitors have repeatedly reported hearing bagpipes, phantom drums, and even the sounds of French-speaking apparitions. So that, again, probably relates back to the French and Indian Wars, which were fought there prior to America becoming a nation, and that is Fort Ticonderoga in New York. So yeah, there's a bunch of haunted history related to the country, mainly related to wars. So the French and Indian War, the War of Independence, and then the Civil War has brought its fair share of phantoms. And of course, as we said, there's all the hauntings at Gettysburg and Antietam, Vicksburg, where again, people report phantom regiments appearing. People report hearing wails, calls for help. There are all kinds of buildings adjacent to the battlefield as well that are said to have lots and lots of paranormal activity. And there are all kinds of ghost tours that you can attend at all these different locations as well. So that's something that people can look into if they're really interested in ghost tours, or they want to see, do they experience something paranormal for themselves. But yeah, so I think definitely a ghost tour is a good way to celebrate the 4th of July. How about you folks? Have you ever attended a 4th of July ghost tour anywhere? We would love to hear about it on our socials. Send us a little message on Facebook or Instagram. And let's just see, what else have I got for you folks here? So the 4th of July has a ghostly shadow. It's America's birthday, but it's also tied to presidential deathbeds, battlefields, explosions, and strange historical coincidences that make it far more than a patriotic holiday. It's a date that definitely has a haunted edge. I know for sure there are rooms in the White House that are said to be haunted. Abigail Adams is said to haunt the White House. And she's said to appear with the scent of lavender in her wake. So people will have the scent of lavender as they walk through the White House, and it's supposedly the ghost of Abigail Adams.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like if you sit there and tally up all the different founding fathers and their wives and everyone else who supposedly appear as ghosts, it makes you wonder, have any of them really left? Or are they all just trapped at work for eternity? Who wants to be trapped at work for eternity? But there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah. Have you ever been on a ghost tour? At any of the military areas or any of the historical related to the country's history or founding?
I did. I went on a ghost tour in Gettysburg, and the ghost tour also took us to like known places of
right.
Like where Abraham Lincoln was when he wrote the Gettysburg Address.
Oh, cool.
You didn't get to go inside the building, but you were outside, and they pointed at the window and said, "Yeah, that's the window." And it said that sometimes you can see him up there late at night. And I'm like, well, maybe not. I don't know if Abraham Lincoln would be haunting that room versus haunting where he was, where he wasn't really killed there, but where he was, I guess, attempted to be killed, but then he survived and later died a couple days later or something like that. I don't remember the whole story.
Yes, yeah.
But he didn't really die there per se. So I don't know how ghosts work. If you're supposed to haunt where you die, or you just haunt where most of your energy is. Beats me.
Hard to say. It's hard to know how it works. If it's a thing that you believe in,
yeah,
there could be lots of reasons. Maybe you go back to the place you liked the best, or depends on how you behaved. Maybe,
yeah.
if you're a nice person, you go back to the place you enjoyed the best. If you're a bad person, you're stuck at work.
Yeah, yeah. When you were talking about all of those facts, it gave me an idea for maybe a potential countdown at one point, where we do a countdown of like hauntings, but we do it where the person that's haunting is somebody that is like a celebrity or is known. Like there's a lot of stories.
Cool.
There's a lot of stories of Elvis Presley haunting places. There's a lot of stories
Marilyn
of
Monroe,
Marilyn Monroe,
and,
Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe. There's
let's do that.
Al Capone.
Let's schedule that.
We should do that as a countdown where we just every day, because I'm pretty sure there's probably more than 30 something of them.
Oh, there's tons. Yeah. So, okay, we haven't announced our 2026 countdown yet, but we have 2027, people.
Yes. 2027 is going to be the
celebrity haunting countdown.
Or maybe we should leave it up to the viewers. Maybe not. Maybe we should just stay the course.
Yeah, let's stay the course. We've come too far now.
Yes. Yeah, we will make an announcement. We're going to go live at one point soon-ish, where we're going to go live on Facebook and Instagram, and we're going to announce what we're going to do, get your guys' feedback, and hopefully everyone can pitch in and let us know what you want to hear on the Halloween podcast countdown. because it's coming up fast. It is coming up fast.
Faster than we would like.
Yeah. Yes.
We're running out of time here.
We are.
No, it's going to be fun, folks.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So, Megan, we got anything else?
That's what I got for you today. Enjoy the 4th of July, folks. Please be careful if you're setting off your own fireworks. We don't want to be updating our statistic next year. And yeah. So have a spooky 4th of July. Get your summerween on and invite your 5-foot skeleton or your 6-foot skeleton to your barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you'd like to support the show, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, send us an email, info@thehalloweenpodcast.com. That is info@thehalloweenpodcast.com. You can also check us out on all of the socials. Everything should be whatever it is, / the Halloween Podcast.
Podcast.
Facebook.com/the Halloween Podcast. Instagram / the Halloween Podcast. It's all there. And then we also have our Patreon. So if you want to watch these videos that me and Megan shoot of us recording these episodes, plus a lot of extra stuff that don't ever really make it onto the podcast. So if you want to have some behind the scenes stuff of the Halloween Podcast, go to patreon.com/the Halloween Pod, ending with a D, pod. And check us out. Become a enter the pumpkin room, as we like to say, and you can check out these videos and interact with us there. Because we put other stuff too, stuff that never really makes the feed on. So you'll have a lot of fun.
And if you have a haunted story or a paranormal experience that you would like to share for a potential future Haunted Thursday, please give us a call on our haunt line at 731-400-0472. Leave a message and just keep it clean because you will potentially be played on a future episode.
Yes.
So there we go.
Yes. I mean,
our community question for anybody who missed it, sorry about not having it on the podcast. It was on Facebook, but our community question this week, in case anyone wants to participate, is which of our Summerween cocktail recipes do you like the best? Have you tried it? Do you plan to try it? Let us know. The 4th of July is the perfect weekend to experiment. So get in touch and let us know.
Yes.
Either on our socials or in the comments. Thank you so much, folks.
Yes, let us know. All right. Well, thank you guys so much, and we will see you later. Have a good night.
Have a good night.